What if I told you there is a way you can contribute to protecting the environment, improve your health, and save lives? Does it sound at least a bit interesting to you? You are completely capable of doing all three things by following just one word in your life: vegetarian. Although you're saving many lives by being vegetarian, and maybe the vulnerable and little animals do motivate you to go vegetarian, I will not be addressing said topic today. To clarify, I am not going to talk or show you in any way how the animals or meat that you are eating are being treated and or killed. Instead, I'll talk about how your body and planet is being treated by the meat you are eating. Because the animals we are killing us. Let's start by talking about our planet, our home. So many things are happening on it right now. We have the problem of climate change, the destruction of the Amazon, CO2 increasing in the atmosphere, depletion of the ozone layer, and many more things. Surprisingly, by following a vegetarian diet, you help in great amounts to the preservation of the planet Earth. An assessment by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations indicated that the contribution of the livestock sector to global greenhouse gas emissions exceeds that of transportation. So, the emissions of the greenhouse gases of every single car, motorcycle, bus, and every other type of transportation combined is still less than that of the meat production. In the same way, the production of meat and dairy products consume a massive supply of water. To produce a cheeseburger, you need 660 liters of water, which equals the amount of water being used when you shower for 2 months. 1 pound of eggs equals 1,805 liters of water, which is 5 months and a half of showers. To produce 1 pound of meat, you need 2,500 liters, 7 months and a half of showers. Lastly, 1 pound of cheese equals 3,406 liters, so 10 months of showers, almost a whole year. Cattle breeding is the main cause of climate change. It uses 33% of the total water in the planet, 45% of land, and is responsible of 91% of the destruction of the Amazon. Adopting a primarily plant-based diet is one of the most powerful choices an individual can make in mitigating environmental degradation and depletion of Earth's natural resources. But what about your health? First and foremost, vegetarianism means you don't eat poultry, beef, pork, fish, or any other kind of meat. Nowadays, plant-based eating is recognized as not only nutritionally sufficient, but also as a way to reduce the risk for many chronic illnesses. Researchers compare responses from 97 vegetarians and 97 non-vegetarians. Overall, the vegetarian group reported fewer instances of chronic diseases such as high blood pressure, obesity, and diabetes. Vegetarians have a lower risk for cardiac events such as heart attack and death from cardiac causes. Also, for life expectancy, eating 1 egg per day is just as bad as smoking 5 cigarettes per day. I feel you should know that diabetes is not caused by eating a high carbohydrate diet or sugar. Actually, only 1 serving of processed meat per day increases the risk of developing diabetes by 51%. According to research, in the next 25 years, 1 out of 3 Americans will have diabetes. Do we really want that for our future? As a vegetarian, I often get asked, where do I get my protein from? Contrary to the common belief, meat is not the only source of protein. In reality, Meat eaters have too much protein in their diets, which makes their bodies produce an excess of bad chemicals, which then form stones in the kidneys. It's been estimated that the average person in the US eats 2 to 6 times more protein, usually from animals, than what the body needs for good nutrition. All the protein in this world is made by plants. Where do you think the animals you're eating got their protein from? Plants! Remember that the biggest and stronger animals are vegan. They only eat plants. As a matter of fact, you're not getting the nutrition you need on a meat-based diet. Instead, you will increase your nutrients by being on a plant-based diet. There is a misunderstanding with the amounts of proteins that we need each day. Too much protein is as harmful as too little. As I have said, vegetarianism is not only about eating animals, but about saving yourself, your planet, and your environment in general. There are far more reasons to become a vegetarian than because of the plight of the animals. To conclude, each day a vegetarian diet saves 1,100 gallons of water, 45 pounds of grain, 30 square feet of forested land, 20 pounds CO2 equivalent, and one animal's life. Are you ready to save the world?